Happy President's Day. I hope you're enjoying your day off. If you have one, here is your news. The Arizona sheriff leading the search for the mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie has dismissed claims that the 84-year-old's disappearance was the result of a burglary gone wrong. Now, I did not go to school for criminology. I am not an investigator with the police department, but I am an expert podcast listener. And in the murder podcasts that I have listened, the documentaries I have watched, when it is a burglary gone wrong, they usually leave the person's body at the site. They're not dragging an 84-year-old out of the house or whatever they did. The search for Nancy Guthrie, who was last seen on January 31st, is now in its third week. Investigators say they found a glove containing DNA 2 miles from her $1 million Catalina Foothills home in Tucson. I always love this. When they cover stories about rich people, they always have to tell you how much their house is worth. You're not going to see them in a city going, she went missing from her $189,000 house or her $250,000 house. It's silly. The DNA from that glove will be added to the National DNA Database managed by the FBI. That's called CODIS. I read that there are 20 million profiles in that database. So it could be someone is convicted of a crime, but it could also be you were arrested for a crime and then later found not guilty. They can run it through also the genealogy database. So this is 23andMe, Ancestry.com. And apparently, though, they made some changes to how that works because it used to be automatic that you could, that you participated if there was a police investigation and they would release your information. Now you have to check a box. I haven't done this, but I tell you, I do have two friends that did this and found out, I'm not even making this up, 2 friends found out that their dad was not their dad. Wild. Here is the other thing that seems crazy to me. Investigators have found 16 gloves during this investigation. 16. And it turns out most of them are from investigators. Did these investigators not grow up with the Don't Be a Litter Bug campaign? Do you remember that thing with that little bug and it would tell you not to throw things out? And you would freak out if someone dropped something on the ground because your elementary school teacher ingrained that in your brain that you didn't want to be a litter bug. Last night, Savannah Guthrie posted a video online addressing the person who took her mother. This video is so heartbreaking. She just looks worn down. I mean, imagine if it was your mom taken from her home in the middle of the night, something we would never expect to happen. And she just looks tired. She looks sad. Let's take a listen.
I wanted to come on and it's been 2 weeks since our mom was taken, and I just wanted to come on and say that we still have hope and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
Officials say that the clothing and backpack that suspect wore in the video is from Walmart. So you can bet they're going to check anyone in that area who purchased those items. They're going to Walmart's. They're going to check and see. You think that all of this stuff, you can go and buy anything and they're not going to be able to track it. This is why you see all those videos of the morons who end up murdering their husbands or wives, and they're casually walking around Walmart buying bleach and shovels like it's just something they do on a regular Tuesday. The suspect was also seen wearing a ski mask. And here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that another name for a ski mask is a balaclava? I had no idea. I just keep hearing one journalist calling it the balaclava, which sounds just like something a pretentious bank robber would wear. So far, between 40,000 and 50,000 tips have come in. Sometimes there have been as many as 5,000 an hour that cops have to sift through, categorize, prioritize, and analyze. Any izing that needs to be done, they are doing it. Here's a crazy story. Sexual assaults on airplanes are up. On airplanes. A CBS News investigation found the FBI investigated more than 170 similar cases of passengers assaulting other passengers on flights in 2024. That's up from about 130 the year before. And they don't think that everyone who is sexually assaulted on a plane is reporting it. So there could be even more. CBS News' examination found many of the incidents happen on long distance or international flights. And here's a shocker. Often when the attacker has consumed alcohol, and they say at night. Meanwhile, at airports, TSA agents are working without pay at U.S. airports due to another government shutdown. The shutdown went into effect early Saturday and could lead to longer wait times for travelers at airports. So you can imagine the already chipper TSA agents, the guy who's always screaming for you to take out your laptop. Imagine how happy he's going to be. Okay, get ready for this one. The Olympics, you think, oh, someone's like, oh, the Olympics are boring. Yeah, no such thing with the 2026 Olympics, my friend. There is another scandal at the Olympics. You may have heard, or you may not have heard, that a few curlers are accused of cheating. If you haven't seen that video, go look. Apparently, the one guy that's on his knee and he pushes the giant hockey puck, whatever the hell that thing's called, he had the very tip of his finger touch it when it wasn't supposed to. And there was almost an all-out brawl. Well, now the 2026 Olympics has, wait for it, Penisgate. I made that up. I made the name up, but here's what it is. A German ski jumper is accused of having penis enlargement surgery to increase the surface area of his suit, which would then increase the distance of his jump. The International Ski and Snowboard Federation called it a wild rumor, and the World Anti-Doping Agency said it would investigate to see if there's any evidence to back up the claim and whether it constitutes doping. Here's the thing. The surgeon who performed the surgery said, yeah, I did that for this guy, but he told me he wanted the procedure to avoid embarrassment in the changing room after the competition. So, stay tuned. This is for the Costco cult because I'm not a member of Costco, but people who are a member of Costco love to tell you they're a member of Costco, just like people who do CrossFit love to tell you they do CrossFit, or people who are vegan love to tell you that they're vegans. Costco is officially retiring this decades-old system customers were pissed off about. What used to be is that if you wanted to order a cake or some kind of platter, like a vegetable meat platter, whatever, you'd have to drive to the store, walk in, fill out a piece of paper. Now they're getting rid of that, and you're going to be able to order directly through the company's mobile app and website, which, I mean, yes, we're lazy, but it seems as if this is something that should have been gone a long time ago. I know that doctors' offices need to pay attention, because if I have to fill out another form where I have to go through every single disease known to man, and then I have to remember what year my grandma was diagnosed with what cancer, save that file, my friend. I don't know. I don't remember. Every Whole Foods in the US is ripping out its biometric payment method. Do you remember this? They launched this and they thought it would be the greatest thing in the world, where it's like, you can go to the store and you can pay with the palm of your hand. Well, Americans were like, wait a second, this is way too crazy and futuristic for us. We're not quite ready for that. Whole Foods thought Americans are lazy, and this is going to make it even better for them when they go shopping. But you know what Americans are more than lazy? Paranoid. In sports news, LeBron James still hasn't decided whether his unprecedented 23rd NBA season will be his last. The 41-year-old was recently asked this question, and this is what he had to say.
Yeah, I mean, I want to live. When I know, you guys will know. I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to live. That's all.
Yeah, he just wants to live. He has also spoken repeatedly about the importance of savoring moments of the semen. I did not just say semen. We just had penis gate. I just said semen. I didn't mean to say semen. So, of the season with his teammates, including his 21-year-old son, Bronny. James could be a free agent this summer, but claims he's not thinking beyond the tasks before the Lakers. James has spoken in the past about his desire to become an NBA owner after his playing career. And finally, a one-of-its-kind flag that draped former President Abraham Lincoln's casket during his funeral procession has found a new home in a steakhouse in Manhattan. That's right. Keen's Steakhouse in the Big Apple, which is known for its extensive collection of Americana memorabilia, has the flag now hanging in the restaurant. The 37-star American flag is believed to be the only surviving casket flag from Lincoln's funeral train from Washington, D.C. to his burial site in Springfield, Illinois. The owner of the steakhouse paid $525,000 for it.